I cannot forget this worst night of mine when I have to carry my mom alone at night when we have to search for any open clinic that night at around 3. Oh, my mom was going to die in the house, but thank God he's still alive. And yes, we spent the night in the hospital, but then later at around afternoon, my mom was discharged. That's the way you can see. They told her to go back at home, that will be fine. Then later she'll go back for medication. Yes, that's the way, it was ED day, and they were like, hey, it's already ED. I have to pay the hospital bill, and I promised this my people that I'm going to give them some surprise. I was like, let me go and I remove some small money on my account, what I have small, so that I can at least make my mom happy. You don't know, see what was going to happen. To die at this early age is still too young, even though it's just only 78. Yes, from there I got a bike. Immediately I went in the market so that I was like, what are they going to eat on this ED? Yes, from there, as you can see, the market was already full. The matoke, the banana, the cars were just entering, meaning it was cheap. Once the more car comes, like it will be like the food will be cheap in the market, but once you find it outside the road, my dear, hey, they can only give you 5 pieces at 1,000. From there, I had to go with the baby because I couldn't leave the baby behind. Mama was sick. Didn't have any hand which we use to carry what the baby. I was searching, saying, where am I going to start from? Should I start from buying the matoke, like the banana, or I should go and I start to first buy the ingredient? But I was like, no, before I do all of this, let me first go and I search for the what? For the chicken. As though you can see, everyone was very busy. When I reached there, they gave me this chicken, and I was like, no, I don't like that one. It was small, like even light. I was like, get me another one. The woman was like, okay, no problem. Let me get for you another one. They got for me another chicken. That one, I liked it. It was very strong, like heavy, but it was only one remained there to the woman whom I always buy for, because that woman gave me at the cheap price. I went ahead and paid the money. They took the chicken and they cut the chicken. From there, I was already back home. When I came back home, it's me who had to prepare the food. Since mama is sick, it was me all in all. We use this charcoal stove so that we can do what we can cook. I was like, before I prepare that, let me first cut some ingredient, and I remove the chicken because it's me also who have to cut that chicken. Everything, food, soup, cleaning, it was all on me because I had to banana. The thing was very hectic on me. The baby was crying. The other small boy was in the shop. Then my niece is the one whom I was using to be like sending message, bring me this, what and what. But it wasn't easy. As the way you can see, I was checking the chicken. The chicken was fine, but when they didn't cut it into pieces, it was all my work. Then I was like, let me first wash all this ingredient. I cut. Then from there, I will think about going and make firewood. The time the firewood will be like getting ready, when I'll be cutting the chicken, as you can see. But immediately I caught some small, how can I say, this room about broom. Then I started to be like sweeping because the kitchen was not looking nice at all, because no one had cleaned that day. We have been in the hospital all along, but that ashes was around there. Then I was like, I have to clean here before I start to do cooking. But then I was like, why am I stressing myself? Since I'm going to do this alone, let me do something seriously, because the baby was already crying. I was like stressing. I have to cut chicken, I have to prepare food. I was like, what's wrong? The baby is sick, the mama is sick. All of it was on my head. Then I was like, what am I going to do now? I have no help. I started to be like putting firewood. That's the way you can see, like charcoal, not firewood, my dear. I told mom not to stress herself because she's sick. Like she should just sit or relax, because that's the way the doctor told her, just to relax. I take care of everything. From there, I was preparing. See, the charcoal already was getting already what? The fire is there. You can see I already finished to peel my onion, cutting them. Then from there, I was like, okay. Mama brought his matoke, like that small banana. He left, it was left over for yesterday, so that I can do what? I can warm it. But the small charcoal which I did, it was small. Then I was like, I had to change it to the big one so that I can cook this thing fast. I was already out of time. Yeah, my niece was there, the one recording me, that small girl. Oh God, I haven't got this tripod to be like recording myself in everything. The journey is really not easy. Anyway, guys, please subscribe on my channel. Don't forget to like, share. I'm really grateful for for viewing. Leave a comment. May God bless you. Yes, as the way you can see, I was like, now I have already finished to wash my saucepan. it's time now I start to prepare. My daughter was already there. Mama already said, no, for me, I'm not going to sit. I see when you are just suffering alone, like working, doing all these things alone. Let me help you to be peeling the sweet potato, because I was going to put the sweet potato in the rice, because I was cooking pilau. Yeah, pilau. Yes, as the way the onion had to turn brown. Then I had to put the everything. From there, I was like, let me go, and I first blend my ingredients. There it was ginger, garlic, onion, yeah, and tomato, so that it will be like tomato paste. I just pour them so in, that that sweet aroma, that smell come out perfectly, as if it was a chief who have just did what, mixed all this. After mixing all of them, like beating them, like blending them, you can say I put them there in the what, in my rice, the thing which I was cooking. My niece helped me to be like careful cleaning what and what. After a while, I left the food there on the fire. Mama was the one like looking after it. Then he told me, let her be preparing the chicken. Then I was like, it's okay if you say that you can do it, but I see you have only one hand, the other on his side. He said, no, don't worry, for me, I don't want to put too much cooking oil in my thing. Then I was like, it's okay. She called me to check on the food. The rice came out perfectly. You can see the chicken also was ready, and my daughter was already eating that one with the food. They are 5 and 6. You cannot tell her anything, even though she's sick. I just thank God that my daughter is like active, something to eat, though she doesn't want to drink. Drinking, it's a problem to her. Yes, my mom served us. When I'm there, I was like, okay, you first finish eating, let me go and I do what? And I make my nail, because this guy have took like a month without coming and my nails were looking bad. I was like, you just apply for me in a black one, so that I'll do what? I'll manage it. It will take for me for some time long. From there, my kids were sleeping. It was already evening when I'm just there with them inside the shop. That same night, my daughter got hit, like she was too much hot. I called Mama to come and see what could be the problem. Mama immediately came with her cannula, because she was already getting a bit better, but my daughter, I didn't know where he got all this temperature. I was very scared. Then I got some small medicine, as though you can see paracetamol in my daughter's hand. I had to give her small so that I can cool down the temperature. Then the next day, as the way we get good neighbors who always think about us. Our grandmother came and brought us some meat, saying that this is your Eid meat. Yesterday I didn't bring it for you, but today it's here. Enjoy, you and your mom. I was like, oh my God, thank you, grandma. This is my favorite. I really like it, and the way you cook it, I really like soft one. Then she told me that yes, you like the soft one, but I didn't put tomato because I don't have tomato. You add yourself tomato. Then I was like, it's okay, ma, no problem about it. I'll get solution, or mama will add some tomato or onion. Then she was like, okay, but for me, I'm not feeling fine. I slept bad. All the night was very bad. I have a sickness. You tell your mom that I slept bad. Then I was like, okay, grandma, I'm going to tell mom, but we are really grateful for the food you have brought for us. She was like, okay, let me go. As you can see, to pass to come, that your side is very hard. Then the sickness at night again became worse on my daughter. As you can say, she was not sleeping, just crying, not feeling well. I was like, oh my God, what's really stressing my daughter? What am I going to do? As you can say, she got cough and the nose and no one flu. Early morning, I was like, I have nothing to do just to prepare this ingredient, local one. That's the only best thing which can work on cough. I got ginger, garlic, and the lemon. From there, I mixed them together. I blended them. After blending them, as usual, I had to strain them. I got my strainer. I had to do what? To strain everything. As you can see, I was doing that work. This thing works perfectly. Sometimes you might be giving the baby syrup, this cough syrup, but nothing will be working. But when you give her this same local one, my dear, the things works like magic within 1 day or 2 days. Like you give her like 2 times in the day. Just small on the spoon. Don't just put full spoon and then you give one. No, because the baby is still small. Even the heart or the liver, they are still small. Then you put small ginger, you put garlic and lemon. Sometimes you can add onion if you want. It also helpful. Then that thing only lasts for only 24 hours. Yeah, don't let it to stay. Let me give us more. And I keep only when you keep them in fridge, that's how they will stay longer in fridge. But as the way you cannot be giving your small kid something which is cold. Yeah, you have to give her normal thing. After straining them as though you can see, but the garlic didn't blend the way I wanted it, meaning it was only ginger and that lemon which mixed, but the garlic was still strong. I was like, oh my god, oh my power is waste, and I couldn't blend it again. I had to tell my niece to come first, since it's the one who brought that cough from inside the house. She'll go outside playing with a lot of children. That's why she got cough. I gave her, as the way you can see, she took her small, as you can see, I put on the spoon small, they took. Then from there I had to carry this my daughter, I also give her small. Yeah, as the way you see, the camera always disturbs me because I'm only the person who recording myself. I have to capture everything. No one, all of them, they are young, and even mama that they know how to record cannot help me in recording. From there I caught small. This my baby doesn't want to take medicine. I have to hold her fast, like with strong power. She'll be like just squeezing the mouth like this. You cannot tell her to open. Since she had refused, I had to remove small. Then later she opened the mouth. Then she wanted to vomit it. I was like, yeah. Then I was like, cool down, cool down. Then mama was like, oh, maybe you have given her too much. Then I was like, mama, this thing is helpful for her health. Let her take it, so that this coughing is too much for me. I tired all the night. I didn't sleep because of the cough. Was too much for me. Then mama was like, it's okay, no problem, she'll get better, but even me, give me small. Then I was like, okay, but don't forget to go back, you take your medicine, your drip again. From there, even mom took 2 spoons, because for her, she's an adult. She was like, oh my god, this thing looks, it's too much bitter. Then I was like, you'll get better. At the shop, I had already left my boy there, so that she can help me to keep for me there when I'm not around, when I'm mixing things. Good morning. Good morning. May God bless you. Stay safe.